Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you're having a fantastic day. As always, shout out to the 19. Thank you for your support. So, as you may have heard, as a as a Caitlin Clark fan, as you may have heard, they are the worst fans in the history of sports. There's nothing good to say about them at all, at all. They're really, really awful, terrible people. Everyone else in the WNBA, the old guard, is wonderful. They're sweet, they're kind, they're tolerant, they're forgiving. I mean, I can't say enough good things about them. So let's take a little listen to this question and answer with Kierstan Bell, the Las Vegas Aces, who has not been playing the greatest of basketball in the preseason, but she does have a protected spot. She has one of those contracts, the Christy Wallace, Katie Lou type of contract. So let's take a listen and see what she has to say.
Two questions if I can, KB. You said off social media, there's a lot of crazy negative things out there. Hearsay, people's opinion about you, your game, roster spots, etc. How are you keeping your mental health intact? This is mental health month. How are you staying mentally focused in regards to dealing with some of the negativity that's out there regarding you?
Really trying to just, stay off my phone, and really just dial into, self-care. I do Legos as a hobby, so I try to just tend to stay at home and build Legos. It kind of gets me in a different mood and kind of gets me in a different light. And so I try to just focus on that, focus on being closer to family, talking to my family. And that's really it.
And last question, what are some of the biggest improvements you've seen in your game, development-wise, that you think is going to be an attribute to the team this year?
I think I got a little bit stronger. I'm like Jackie Young out here.
Well, there you go. I won't mention I don't even know how to process the whole stay home and play Legos thing, but whatever works. Oh man, self-care, mental health, but this is the Las Vegas Aces. It has been out there enough. There's been enough going on that a reporter asked this question. Yet, hold on, hold on. I have been told over and over and over again that the WNBA was great before Caitlin Clark's fans came around. That the WNBA old guard, it was inclusive and it was tolerant and it was welcoming and it was diverse and it was all these other buzzwords that were super awesome and wonderful. And let's not forget, okay, let's not forget we are talking about, right? We've got this also. Remember this? Dearica Hamby versus Las Vegas Aces, the shocking discrimination lawsuit that just won't go away now that her case has been dismissed against the league. So the Las Vegas Aces are now the sole remaining defendant in Dearica Hamby's federal discrimination lawsuit, according to the Las Vegas Review Journal. The WNBA was waived. Now, two key allegations that kept the case alive were the core discrimination claim to proceed, which included two specific incidents, which include the Aces allegedly excluding Hamby from the team's celebratory White House visit, which is absolutely wild, and prohibiting videographers from featuring her daughter on the arena's video screen during a game. Well, yeah, of course, because a lot of this stemmed with about her getting pregnant, even though, correct me if I'm wrong, she didn't even miss a game from her pregnancy because of when it happened. A hostile environment allegation services. There you go, alleging that the Aces created a hostile environment by instructing staff and players not to speak with her. She further claims the team tried to improperly access her medical records and that former GM Natalie Williams publicly implied prior knowledge of Hamby's pregnancy well before the trade, a claim Hamby says was both false and harmful. So it goes on and on. And the only point I want to make on this is now obviously Dearica Hamby's with Las Vegas, Los Angeles Sparks. And when she returned to Las Vegas last season, the fans, the wonderful, tolerant, inclusive, diverse, old guard fans all 11 in attendance, booed her. Yes, they did. So maybe it is not the Indiana Fever fans. Maybe it is not the Caitlin Clark fans that are a problem. Maybe it's the old guard WNBA fans. It's the old guard WNBA, right? A lot of this stems and apparently comes from Becky Hammon. A lot of it comes from um, Asia Wilson. I did a more of a deep dive video when this lawsuit was announced um, back during the season sometime. So maybe all the nonsense we've been fed from the media about Caitlin Clark's fans is simply not true, also known as a lie. But anyway, I thought this was interesting to talk about considering all of the crap that the Caitlin Clark fans get constantly and will continue to get as we move forward in the 2025 season, especially if the Indiana Fever play the way everyone hopes and thinks the Indiana Fever are going to play this season. I'm going to leave it there. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. As always, appreciate you being here. Go have the day you deserve, and I will talk to you later.